Raymond Plummer had his open house that he had talked about, I think, a week ago. So, Raymond, you want to give us an update? How'd that go?
Hey, good morning, and thank you very much. I held an open house yesterday for the listing that I picked up a little over a week ago. I did a lot of marketing on it. A couple of the things that I did, Facebook Marketplace. I made sure that locally it was in Facebook Marketplace. The community that it's in has a area on Instagram called Carson 411. So I made sure to post it on there 3 days last week. I created an Instagram video 5 days out saying that this is day five, blah, 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 blah. Then day four, then day three, and then day two. And then on day one, it had a countdown five, four, three, two, one. And boom, it's that day. I did that on Instagram for 6 days. In addition to that, I used a service called Zip Your Flyer. Zip Your Flyer sent it out to the South Bay section of Southern California here, as well as the inner city of Los Angeles, to approximately 16 16,000 agents is what that mailing list sent out to. The email was opened by approximately 12,000 agents, so it got that many eyes on it. And then I did my CMS boost, and then I did boost media, which was relatively economical for me. A couple of $35 service. So it got visibility, I would say in the area of 20,000 eyes, so 20,000 sets of eyes. And so I took a tip from this group here and I held a special pre open house session for the neighbors because this is part of a housing development behind a gated community. And so I wanted to give those neighbors an opportunity to come first. So for the first 2 hours between 10 and 12, we opened it up because several of the neighbors had approached the owner in the past year to inquire whether or not they had considered selling because they have family members that want to live there. And this here gave me an indicator that let them get in first because they're already hot. So let me get them in first. So I set a 10 to 12 2 hour previewing time for the neighbors. And that worked out pretty well because we probably got 14 neighbors that came by. They all said the showing was great. I don't have the capabilities to share pictures with you right now. And I think I sent them to Michelle, and I don't know if Michelle could upload. I didn't get my audience because I was just so busy throughout the day. I forgot to take Facebook photos and instant Facebook video. I just didn't get around to it. I think for the day, we went from 12 to 3 for public, and from 12 to 1, there's probably 15, 20 people, and from 1 to 2, another 20 or so. And you think that's a small number until you put it against the clock and you got people actually walking through. You figure 5 minutes per individual and 20 individuals, that's more than an hour walking a group through there. And I had help. I had somebody inside on the first floor, had somebody inside on the second floor, made them available. I created a cheat sheet regarding the history of the property. And and what I knew a buyer would see when they walked in there. A house that's been lived in for 25 years that hadn't been painted, should have painted. But the good thing about the house is it's one of four sales models that the development had used as model number three. So it had good history behind it, good character, a family that's lived in it with four kids and then four foster kids. So the carpet shows its wear and tear. And like I tell people, it's something that we got an opportunity here to capture because with my program here, we have a little buyer's premium thing that we could talk that will help address these kind of issues. If your people are really interested, let's sit down and get you familiar with this QR code and this website so that you can go on there and initially introduce yourself, get your interest in it, and then we can do more constructive conversating. But it just went on and on and on. Like I said, from 10 o'clock in the morning. And I mean, you guys get a chance to see the picture of my setup or the videos of my setup. And it's Raymond J. Plum on Facebook and Instagram. Once you see the videos of how I had this house set up, you're going to say going overboard. But I must say, it gets the attention. I had people come in and say, well, how do you get away with putting so many flags out in front of the development like that? Because other realtors had to be shut down by the city. And I said, well, they just picked the wrong time to put their flags out there. I had 10 beautiful colored flags going along the front. And I have a 4x8 banner that says Ray Plummer, open house. I had that thing posted out there on the corner, pointing in towards the gate. They're like, this banner you put out there, dude. If I'm going to do an open house, it's either going to be on a property like that, or I have what's called a banner trailer, which is a Harbor Freight 4x8 trailer that I put a banner frame on. And I drive that around. And I'll share that with you guys in the future. But I had that out front. I had a good number of people that were coming through from the community, and that was reflective. So of the 62 total visitors up until 5 o'clock, because I shut down at 3, but as I'm trying to tear things down, people continue to come. And so I was there till about 5 o'clock. 62 total. Of the 62 total, I think I showed probably 11 different individuals how to use the QR code. And I saw Melvin teaching a few people, and I had instructed the people that were with me, Anita and Eric. And Anita had gotten very good about walking people over to the display board and showing them the QR chart and the open house thing that tells how the process works. And she was really good with showing them that. So I think we got a good 20 or more people that truly felt interested in placing bids with the property. I'm still getting calls this morning of people that want to see it. It was a hot day yesterday, and no one reminded me that the NFL kicked off yesterday. But I believe we had a successful event. I had probably 5 different agents that were like, I never knew of this easy thing. How did you guys get onto this? Wow. I was like, there's about 500 of us around the country right now. There's 1.3 million agents, and we're kind of a head start kind of thing going on here. I love the transparency, Ray. I love this thing, man. I'm like, let me get you in touch with the people. And so I gave him Michelle's number and asked him to give Michelle a call. I'm sorry, Michelle, for throwing you under the bus, but I gave him her number and says, when you go to the website and use the QR code, it'll have information on how you can join and be a part of it, as well as how the process works and the benefits to your buyer as a buyer agent. I said, so it'll give you all of that information. It's got great tutorials. So I told him, go in there and look at a couple of the videos. If you have any other questions, give me a call back or call Michelle, because it's their website. So we think we had a great and outstanding tournament yesterday.
Did you pick up any leads?
I think we have on the sign-in sheet everybody, because everybody was made to sign in, agent or visitor. And from that there, I think 3, from the whole setup that I had going on, I think 3 had kind of nudged me about, wow, let me know when you get this thing here finished. I want to talk to you. And one of the other neighbors that came by and says, there's nobody selling over here. And dude, this show you put on, man, it's just so wow. And so I said, are you thinking about selling? He says, me and the wife, we kind of are. And I says, well, let's get together tomorrow, being Monday for certain. And so we can plan that out. Once we go ahead and conclude this one, we go ahead and get you guys on the market. He says, yeah, because we're thinking about the end of the year or the first of the year. So, man, I'm glad you're doing this. Thanks for coming here, man. I'm like, okay, good. So I think I got three good leads for additional listings before the year's over.
And here we are in this crazy market, and it sounds to me like I think Raymond's thinking he's going to have this thing sold on Friday. And that's a tough feat in this market when things, even in Seattle, are staying on the market 60, 90, 180 days. So just following all the process that we set up through the training process, through everything. And then what's the best thing about having Raymond, did your seller know how many people came to that open house?
I called him last night and shared with him how many people came.
Was he impressed?
Oh, he was overly impressed. He's a minister. He's a pastor. He just started praying out loud. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. This is the right. I'm like, Minister Williams, we're good. We're good.